talk about present moment awareness. Higher consciousness. So in the Hermetic principles, they have the first law, which is the law of mentalism. And with that, one could come to realize that the universe is mental and that we create our realities by the way that we think. But at the same time, there's this unconscious element to the creation of reality that is connected to the whole of the population rather than just to a singular consciousness. Also, there is a way to move beyond thought and beyond the forms that are made in your mind and move into a state of presence where the thoughts no longer consume you, rather they are forms that flow through you and they don't become you because you are not identified with them. And the most important thing is the identification, because if you identify with anything, then that thing becomes a part of you, but it becomes a part of your ego identity rather than fully integrated into your being. Because as soon as you put a label on something, that's when the positive and negative polarities are then explored. And when you label something, then it becomes its own entity after that point, because then you've given it life by giving it a form in your mind. And that thought form actually has life in it and it wants to grow. So the first thing is just to be really careful about being aware of the thoughts that move through your mind and starting to become conscious of what you want to think and what is actually flowing through you. And then let go of the polarity of good and bad and move away from the part of the mind that wants to pull you into believing the emotions that you are feeling are real beyond the realness of the moment. Thoughts and emotions are no more than little cloud form entities that move into and out of your awareness. And if you can become aware of the awareness, then your perspective will shift from being inside of the emotions to outside of the emotions. And at that point, you're becoming aware of perspective itself, and you're realizing that everything is made out of perspective and that what you experience is based off of your perspective. So whatever you put your attention to is going to grow and become something that is more tangible or real in your reality. So if one were to focus on the negative aspects of the reality that they're experiencing, then what would come from that is a perspective of the more negative things that come in reality. Bringing yourself into the beauty of the now is easier than people think, but at the same time, they think, therefore, they miss the moment as it's happening. Because as soon as you start to think about it, then it kind of just happens. I could feel his energy as he was running by. It made me smile and feel radiation in my heart area. I guess that's from him running, because running makes you feel really good. It's a beautiful day outside today. Breath can also bring you back to the present moment really easily. And if you can just move yourself into a space of, anytime that you realize that you're feeling any physical or emotional discomfort, to bring yourself into your breath and breathe in positivity and calmness, and then breathe out all of that tension that you hold in any other part of your body. Becoming aware of the subtle energy that flows through the different portions of your body, and feeling how those interact and move and spiral up your energy body. I wanted to talk about the energy body as well, but this is more about consciousness and just becoming more grounded in the present moment and less caught up in thought forms and patterns, and not letting the mind drift off into a dimension that's not even in the same reality as this is. Meaning, the more that your mind moves into a thought form, the more you drift out of this conscious awareness, and therefore your level of consciousness moves from this 5D or fourth density level of consciousness and moves back down into the third dimension, and therefore you get caught in these third dimensional cycles. The present moment is a beautiful thing. Thank you, universe, and thank you, everybody who watches this. Gratefulness moves me into the present moment. So does music. Gratefulness more, though. It starts to move you into understanding the way that energy flows through everything, and seeing that the intention that you put to everything is the biggest thing out of all of that. Intention and attention. And your intention will change the fruit of your action, and the attention will cause you to be able to perform the action in the way that will move it into your intention. Thank you, and I really hope that this helps somebody. Have a wonderful day.